check out my new toy. So I'm just showing it to you now so you can see what I'm going to be building. But let's have some fun putting this together. I thought I would show you something cool that I just bought. And I've seen what it looks like assembled. In fact, I assembled this. Well, I'm going to assemble this, and then I'm going to put it at the beginning of the video just so you can see what we are putting together here. And then I'll show you what it looks like in use. But for those that have an AutoTrickler, you're probably familiar with this on your A&D setup. Most people that have an AutoTrickler use an A&D. So this is a pretty common thing. And it's fairly flimsy. It's got these little shields that move in and out. And while there are companies who, one company in particular, Area 419, that makes a really nice Lexan cover to go over this, it doesn't fix this, which I've never really had a love for. So I just found a guy who makes these custom replacements, and I thought, well, I've spent money on worse things. So let's see how it looks. Let's see how it works. Now, I've laid it out here. It's 5 separate pieces. You can buy it pre-assembled from him. He just charges an extra $15, I think. And while the lasting effects of super glue can't be undone, I said to myself, how hard can this be? So you'll get to see this for better or worse. Now, he's got these sides, and there are 2 sides to it. I ordered it with both sides open, meaning I can decide later whether to put the trickler in on the left side or the right side here. If you order one side only, then it'll come like this and you decide whether to put it on the left or the right. Just keep in mind that once it is super glued, whether by him or you, that you can't change it unless you want to cover this up with tape and then drill a hole in the other one. So for me, it doesn't cost anymore. I just said, well, give me the one with holes on both sides. So there's that. Now, before I get started, yes, I'm using dollar store super glue. Yes, I realize there are people out there, some of which who will probably comment and tell me there are better plastic things to use, that super glue is horrible for gluing acrylics down. So I have no doubt there are better things. I'm just being cheap and easy because I can go to the dollar store and get super glue. And 2, I've glued plastic like this together before with super glue and I haven't had a problem. That doesn't mean I won't. It just means that's how I'm doing it. So if you know a better way and you order one of these, by all means, please do it a better way. Now, as far as assembly goes, he has a little instruction sheet. He doesn't pack it with it, but he'll email it to you. And these are grooved out on one side. So there's 3 sides that have a ledge. It's not groove, it's a ledge. And that is so that these sit squarely up against it and you have a good gluing situation. One front side does not have the ledge. So make sure that if you order it, you orient it correctly. Now, he also is kind enough to put a piece of tape on here that says top, because once you glue this in, you're stuck, and it is set up so that the trickler straw has a little bit of room through this window. But if you glue it upside down, your trickler won't go through, and you'll have to drill another hole. So he does put top on here. I am not taking this off until I am done gluing. Both sides say top, so I know where they go. So I'm going to lay those out on the left and right. The back piece is just your clear Lexan piece, and then the top, the curve comes towards you, and I'll explain all that in a second here. So what I think I'm going to do is, I can glue the left side in, and it wants to find a vertical, but there's still a lot of sway to it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on to this piece. Once I put some glue on this, I'm going to hold this piece and then use my thumb up in the front here to brace it. But that way I get a good clean vertical on this, and then I'll work my way around. So here goes nothing. Oh, before I get started, I shouldn't have to because these just got cut, but I am going to take just an alcohol wipe here and just clean the edges that are going to get glued. So, all right. So let's. All right. So there, I just popped the super glue, and my goal is to put just a small bead of it along the bottom here. And just a little bit on the corner. Okay, so now I'm going to get this ledge ready. Make sure top is up. Okay, and we're going to get as close as we can with my finger here. So let's get that lined up. Okay, so that vertical, so that's pretty well lined up there. Go ahead and leave that. And now I will put a bead here. And it's not like this is supporting a ton of weight. I mean, it just needs to do its job for you. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, shoot. Well, remember that, how hard could it be? I forgot to put glue on this edge. I'll put a little bit back on the bottom just in case I need to here. Okay. All right, so that is secure on the back. It's pretty flush. Okay. So now I'm going to do this ledge, and I'm going to do this. Again, making sure top is top. Okay, that's feeling pretty good so far. And I'm going to put, let's see, let me make sure this fits properly. So that fits good. Good. Okay. I think I'm just going to do it on the inside here. Now, if you're squeamish about this kind of stuff, just pay the $15. Because, I mean, there's definitely opportunities to screw this up. And all right. So that's it. We are all glued. So now I can peel the top sticker. Okay. And I'll give it a second here and make sure I didn't miss something stupid. But I don't know if I did miss something stupid. I really can't fix it now, so. All right, I think I got a little bit on my fingers, so get rid of those gloves. All right, and I did, obviously I put down some paper towels to make sure that if something spilled, it wasn't getting on my work surface. So, all right, so this looks pretty well glued. All right, well, it's feeling pretty good. It looks, I can see all the joints, and all the joints are glued. So, okay. So then what we need to do is we need to put our hopper on top. So this is just going to go on top, and it should fit in there. Okay, and then we just thread on the funnel. All right, so now we have what looks like this. It's pretty clean, I gotta admit. It's nice and clear, I'll tell you that. I mean, having nothing obstructing you like those pillars were is pretty nice. So, all right. You know, I got a drop here, so it is what it is. So, okay, give me a second. I'm going to get the camera reset up, and then I'll show you what it looks like in use. So here we go. It's all set up. I've got the hopper on. The trickler comes through. Perfect spacing. There's just enough room over here to allow, you know, I mean, there's enough up and down and enough left to right that I can pretty much get it any orientation that I want without it being a giant window. I like having the hole on the other side. I'll probably put a little piece of painter's tape just to block it up, but probably not necessary. And then here's an interesting thing that you can do with this is if you want to, this actually swivels a little bit. So there could be a situation where, let me come back a little bit. There could be a situation where this needs to stay forward straight ahead, but you may want to rotate this a little bit. And this will actually allow you to work from an angle if you wanted to. You know, you can actually rotate it quite a bit if you really wanted to. And I kind of like this idea because I think there could be times where somebody has a bench set up, or maybe because of their angle, it's more efficient to come in at an angle. So this gives you some flexibility that you know, the factory one doesn't do. So anyway, I'm pretty happy with that. I think I paid, what did I pay? Let me look real quick and I'll tell you. It's like 50 or 60 bucks. I mean, it's not cheap, but it's well made, you know, for what it is. And I think a lot of people are going to find this helpful. So give me just a second here. I don't know where it went. Well, it's something like 50 or 60 bucks. I like I said, I opted for the cheaper version to assemble. Oh, here it is. You are looking at so okay. So 65 bucks. It was 65 bucks disassembled, and then I think it's 15 bucks more, so 80 bucks if you want him to build it and ship it, because he has to use a bigger box and shipping's more expensive and everything. He shipped it really well. Everything was wrapped in paper towels and bound up and then put in a padded situation. So I was pretty happy with it. But you know, I think it's really nice. I'm excited to give it a whirl and see what happens.